There is a lake in the Canadian Rockies so unnaturally blue that the first-time visitors accuse the photos of being fake. And standing on its shore completely alone in a valley of glaciers is a 539-room castle. No town, no traffic, no neighbors, just one hotel, one lake, and one wall of ice that's been melting into that water for 10,000 years. So rooms here can pass $1,000 a night, and in peak season the suites go 5 times for that. And yet it sells out every single summer, months in advance. So tonight we're checking in, and I'm going to show you what exactly the world's wealthiest travelers get for that money, including that one thing inside this hotel that no amount of money can actually buy. So stay with me throughout this video, because that part changes how you actually see this place. The journey itself is a filter. Lake Louise sits nearly 2 hours from Calgary, deep inside Banff National Park, as a UNESCO World Heritage Site where new construction is essentially just frozen in time. You cannot build a competitor next door. Well, you cannot build anything next door because the scarcity is the first ingredient of this hotel's power. So as the road climbs past 5,600 feet, the forest suddenly gives way, and there it is, a stunning chateau with white walls, copper green roof, perfectly framed by the glacier-covered slopes of Mountain Victoria. It almost feels unreal, like somebody just took a picture-perfect mountain scene and built a castle right in the middle of it. It is not a hotel room with a view. This is a view which happens to contain a hotel. So stepping through the doors, the temperature of the experience changes immediately. Vaulted windows 2 stories tall pour that impossible turquoise light into the lobby. Chandeliers overhead and Swiss alpine bones underneath, because this castle's story strangely begins enough with a railway. Yes, you heard it right, with a railway. In the 1880s, the Canadian Pacific Railway had a problem. They had built a track through one of the most spectacular terrains on the planet, and nobody was riding it. So apparently, their smart general manager, William Cornelis Van Horn, delivered one of the great lines in the hospitality history, which was, "If we can't export the scenery, we will import the tourists," which is absolutely brilliant. So they started to build castles, a chain of railway hotels across Canada, with one each grander than the last. The first chalet at Lake Louise opened in 1890, a single-story log cabin with a space of 12 guests. It unfortunately burned. They rebuilt it bigger. Parts burnt again in 1924. And guess what? They rebuilt it again with concrete and stone this time, and this is the chateau you see today.